Hello students. In this video, we're going to explore the amazing world of materials and their properties. Let's start with the first thing we often notice about materials, their appearance. When you look at different materials, some may catch your eye because they're shiny, while others might seem dull. That shiny quality is called luster. Materials with a lot of shine, like diamonds or aluminium, are called lustrous. However, not all metals shine as brightly. For example, iron has a luster but not as much sparkle. On the other hand, materials that don't shine, like wood or graphite, are known as non-lustrous. These materials don't reflect much light and have a more muted appearance. Now, let's talk about hardness, which is all about how tough or soft a material is. Some materials, like cotton or rubber, are soft. You can easily squeeze or scratch them with your hands. But then we have hard materials like wood, rock, or iron. These materials are much tougher, and it takes a lot more effort to scratch or deform them. Think of trying to bend a metal spoon compared to bending a rubber band. The spoon resists because it's a hard material. Another important property of materials is how they behave when we apply force to them. Some materials, like glass or ceramics, are brittle. This means they can break easily if you apply too much force. Have you ever dropped a glass cup and watched it shatter? That's because glass is brittle. Other materials, like copper or gold, are ductile, which means they can be stretched into thin wires without breaking. That's why copper is used for electrical wiring. Then we have malleable materials like aluminium and lead, which can be hammered or rolled into thin sheets. Malleability is why aluminium foil is so easy to shape and use for wrapping food. Next, let's explore how materials interact with light. Visibility is the property that describes how much light a material lets through. Some materials are transparent, like clear glass or clean water. These materials let light pass straight through them, allowing us to see clearly through the other side. Others are translucent, like frosted glass or oiled paper. These materials let some light through, but they scatter it, so you can't see clearly through them. Then there are opaque materials, like wood or metal, which block light completely. You can't see through them at all. Another fascinating property is solubility, which tells us how well a material can dissolve in water or another liquid. Soluble substances, like sugar and salt, dissolve easily in water. Think about how sugar disappears into your tea when you stir it. However, some substances, like chalk powder or sand, are insoluble. No matter how much you stir, they won't dissolve in water. And when it comes to liquids, some mix well with water, like ethanol, and these are called miscible liquids. But others, like oil, don't mix with water and are called immiscible liquids. Have you ever seen oil floating on water in a bottle? That's because they don't mix and form separate layers. Now, let's discuss density, which tells us how heavy or light a material is for its size. Some objects, like a leaf or a piece of plastic, float in water because they have a lower density than water. But objects with higher density, like a metal spoon, sink to the bottom. Understanding density helps us figure out why some things float and others sink. Finally, let's talk about conductivity, which is all about how well a material can carry heat or electricity. Conductors, like copper or silver, allow heat and electricity to flow through them easily. That's why we use metals in cooking pots and electrical wiring. But insulators, like wood or rubber, don't conduct heat or electricity well. They're used to protect us from electric currents, like the rubber handles on electrical tools. Understanding all these properties helps us choose the right materials for different purposes in our everyday lives. Now, here's a question for you. What do we call the property that describes a material's ability to let light pass through? Please share your answer in the comments. The complete curriculum for Class 6 is available on our channel. Check out all the links provided in the description below. Please make sure to like, share, and comment for more such videos.